Senator, are you aware of the actual details of this legislation?
Well, I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen the final package, as we would call it. We've all made suggestions to the tax writers and so forth, but I haven't seen the final product, but I bet it's going to be a pretty good one.
Is it going to be deficit neutral?
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll have to wait and see. I think a lot of that depends on how you score. Do you do static scoring or do you do dynamic scoring? You know, it's what it is today or what it could be with a lot of growth in our economy.
Depending on what comes out, will you support it unconditionally anyway, or will you be looking for changes if there's things in there you don't like?
Well, I don't know that I would support it unconditionally, but I plan to support it. I have supported all tax reform packages since I've been a member of Congress, and I would hope this would be a good one that we can all get together behind. It's my intention to support it.
I want to ask you about tonight's runoff in Alabama, your home state, obviously, Senator. I'd like maybe if you'd make a prediction first.
Well, I don't know. You know, I believe it's going to be a close race, and it will be determined by the turnout. In a special election, you generally have a smaller turnout. We had a small turnout in the first run in August. If there's a small turnout, I think it would bode well for Judge Moore. If it's a larger turnout, I think Luther Strange would probably have a good chance to win. But we'll have to see how the turnout is in Alabama. The weather's good, but people have to go to the polls and vote.
Who are you supporting?
Well, I support Luther Strange. He's an old friend. He's my colleague right now, appointed to the U.S. Senate. I believe he's doing a good job, a very worthy job. And I would hope that he would make it tonight. But, you know, people have their own minds to make up, and they vote all over the board.
Yes, and obviously, you know, there's been a lot put into the Strange campaign right now. The president, also Mitch McConnell, would have a lot to lose were Mr. Strange to lose, and that whole wing of the GOP. What would you do if Mr. Moore or Justice Moore were to win?
Well, if he wins, I'm going to support him. I'm going to support the ticket, the Republican ticket. I'm a Republican, and I've known him, and I believe if he wins, he'll win the general election, but it will be contested. We have a Democrat nominee down there that will run against either one that wins, but we'll have to see.
Senator,
I hope so.
Do want to get your thoughts as well on the next Federal Reserve Chair. What would you like to see in a next Federal Reserve Chair?
Well, I haven't made any recommendations. I've talked to the president, but I won't go into that, what we talked about. Well, we did mention the Federal Reserve. He's got 4 nominees there coming up for the Board of Governors, and Janet Yellen's term ends, I believe, in January.
Would you like to see a continuation of the status?
I believe he will appoint someone else to take her place, but, you know, ultimately that's up to the president.